Anxiety and depression. Hi everyone, in today's video I want to talk with you about this. In this video I want to explain how depression shows up when you struggle with anxiety. With this video I hope to help you realize, to make you realize, understand that you are not your anxiety, that you are not your depression. I hope to make you understand that these two are created by the mind. They come from the mind. Anxiety should not be postponed, because if this happens, if anxiety it is postponed, it will lead to depression. And I will explain to you how you get depressed if you don't work on anxiety. And I will explain to you this in a simple way. So let's start by understanding what it is anxiety. Anxiety, it is an emotion of fear, strongly felt in the body. You can feel the anxiety reactions in your body. But anxiety is created by your thinking. Anxiety comes from a negative thinking pattern. We experience anxiety in the body because of our way of thinking is anxious. And anxious thinking patterns don't develop overnight. We don't get anxiety like that overnight. No. The thinking of the anxious person is developed over time. And we build a pattern of thinking starting from childhood. That pattern of thinking is different for each and everyone. It depends of lots of things. The pattern of thinking we build from childhood, it comes from different sources. An anxious person sees everything, himself, other people, the world, through, let's say, dark lenses instead of clear lenses. Now, if the thinking pattern is not changed, the thinking patterns become very strong. So then it starts to feel in the body. Now, when the body it is kept on alert all the time due to anxiety, at a given moment the body ends up feeling exhausting because of the stress. If the person continues like this, the person continues stressing, worrying, fight all the time, being in the fight mode, the body will no longer have the energy to fight because it feels exhausted. Exhausted because of the negative thought patterns. The body cannot resist anymore after a period of time and begins to give up, has no more resources, no more energy to fight. It is very important that when you notice the first symptom of anxiety, to take action, to intervene. The thought pattern will not go away unless you do something about it, but something different. To relax your body, you can take pills, but when you stop taking the pills, the thinking pattern is still the same. It hasn't changed. And this means that you will always be anxious. This is the reason to why some people need to take tablets for a very long period of time. To the reason to why some people need to increase the amount of their tablets or change their tablets. The reason to why they need to do this is because their thinking patterns is still in their minds. As time goes by, if you do nothing, the anxiety will get worse. It will not go by itself. You need to work on shifting the thinking patterns you have created. Now, how we get from anxiety to depression? It's very easy to understand. Because if we don't intervene, if we don't know how to manage anxiety, how to take the control of anxiety, we will develop a feeling of helplessness at the moment, and this will cause more anxiety. The more the anxiety increases, the more you will feel hopeless. You will feel that you have no hope, that you can do anything, that you have no power to change anything. As long as you don't have the resources to stop what's happening in your body and in your mind, you will feel hopeless. You will feel weak. You want to give up because you don't see other solutions. You don't see a salvation. And again, when this happens, you will struggle with depression. This makes the person with anxiety to become depressed because he cannot find anything positive in his or her life to make the person fight to move on with his life. When you feel depressed, you have no energy, you don't want to get out of the bed because you have no dreams, you feel powerless, you feel hopeless, you feel weak. You cannot find a way out when you feel depressed. I hope you understood how important it is to take action as soon as possible. And I hope you had understood that you are not your anxiety or your depression. You can work on changing your thinking patterns. Please don't let this become a serious problem. That's all I wanted to share with you in this video. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video, and I will see you in another video.